Hi guys! Welcome to my English cottage. I'm Rosie. I'm a private chef and a recipe developer, content creator, sort of all sorts of bits and bobs. And I live in a 450-year-old cottage in the middle of the countryside in England. It's lovely to meet you. I'm trying to do some more long form videos because there have been lots of really lovely requests recently for slightly longer videos, so I'm going to give it a bash. It might be quite stumbling and bumbling, but we will persevere. It would be great to hear what kind of thing you would like to hear about or see or know about the cottage or about life or anything, and I can try and answer your questions. I work from here most days. This is my setup, and this is my kind of corner of the cottage. My husband works upstairs most days. We moved here it's actually coming up to 4 years ago, so it's been a while, which is kind of crazy. We moved out at the end of lockdown, which was really cliche and classic, but we really haven't looked back. We were living in like a tiny one-bed flat in central London. Actually, it wasn't even a one-bed flat, it was like a studio flat with it didn't even have doors between the kitchen and the loo and the bedroom. They weren't quite curtains, but they were like sliding doors. So when we were both working from home and living there during lockdown, we were like, oof, something needs to change. So yeah, the pandemic meant that both of us realised that we didn't have to be in London full time, and that we actually really wanted to get out to the countryside. Having both grown up in not quite properly rural settings, but I grew up in a small town and he also grew up in a small town, so a lot more rural than central London, and I think we both kind of had that calling to get back to it. It's funny because when I was growing up, I literally would have done anything to get out of that town. There was nothing going on, had no friends who lived in locally. It was pretty awful, but somehow I seem to have found my way back to the countryside. And honestly, we love it here. We have really slowed down. We still have to go into London sometimes each week, but it's kind of fine. It's not too far, and it's a compromise, it's what we have to do to live here. But compared to that tiny one-bed flat we lived in, this is kind of heaven. We have a little garden, we've got space, I've got a proper kitchen where I can work, so yeah, it's pretty idyllic. We love it very, very much. So we moved in about 4 years ago now, and we have very slowly been redoing bits and bobs of it. Nothing major yet, / not sure if we will do anything major. It doesn't need anything hugely to be revamped or redone. It's more just a case of kind of changing aesthetic bits and bobs. The kitchen is the room that we've done the most to, I would say, and made it kind of mostly our own. There are some other rooms in the house that we haven't even touched, but we did start painting the guest room today and this weekend, which was really, really good, and it's very exciting. So yeah, it's so lovely to be here chatting away to a phone. Thank you for following and subscribing, and let me know anything you want to know about the cottage or about me, and anything else that you'd like to see from these videos. I'm going to try and show more of the cottage and what I'm doing on a day-to-day, and what my work looks like and stuff like that, but and hopefully less of the kind of just me rambling like this. But yeah, anything you would like to see, just let me know, and thank you so much for being here.